Getting there, getting there. Just about to have to take these off. Okay, good morning. It is about 9:15 on Friday, March 27th, 2020, in the lunar cycle Sa'aki on the duck moon, and I'm just home from dawn patrol at the pond, which I did a little differently this morning. Tried a live YouTube stream for the whole thing. Went about 90 minutes, and I enjoyed the experience. Might do it again tomorrow morning at a different park. Just do some live walks while we got this quarantine thing going on. So this is day 3 for Chelsea and I, or the morning of day 3 of our 14 days quarantine. I don't know what happens after 14, but so far, no symptoms and all. We're doing good, and I figure I might as well put together a video that shows what happens with us through the rest of our day, not just Sspopiikimi. So getting that rolling now, and we'll see where the day takes us. 11:06 a.m. quarantine day 3 update. Just got a phone call from Global News, who had been receiving several messages and calls, I guess this morning, while I was live feeding video from the coulee, from people who were upset that I'm breaking the rules of quarantine by going outside. And so, I told them my understanding is that Alberta Public Health actually said that I could go outside, and I have this article from CBC News, which is a very trusted resource here in Alberta, that from the 21st, that says that Alberta's top doctors are saying go outside. And they said, oh, that's no longer current. So they've sent me a new news article that where the province is saying, no, I'm not allowed to go outside. They're cracking down on the travelers from abroad, and we are banished to our homes for the duration of the 14 days. So it doesn't sound like they're gonna do a news article about me. They don't want to slam me or anything, which is good. They would if I was just like saying this is all bullshit and I'm gonna do it anyway kind of thing. But yeah, they're just like, well, now you know, so there you go. So it looks like we're stuck in the box. I'm gonna do a little bit of searching online and find out if we can even do things like go in the backyard. That'd be at least nice, but we'll find out. But for now, I'm definitely not doing another walk and talk in the coulee while on quarantine. A few hours have passed. It's now about 1:30 in the afternoon, and I've done some work kind of repotting and re-soiling and trying to get these plant starts back into healthy shape. My larger tomatoes survived the whole thing okay, but some of these little spindly guys really need some tender loving care. And onion here, I don't know if onion's gonna pull through. Maybe if I crop the top, I'm kind of thinking, but I'm not sure. Put some seed starts in here, mostly peppers, but also a couple of wild banana seeds from that tree that we encountered while we were walking the hills outside of San Jose, week before we left Costa Rica. And as far as the banishment to this box goes, I have done a little bit of looking online about what is it that the government actually says I have to do, right? So I went to the Alberta.ca website, Alberta Health, and looked at what are the requirements. I know I have to self-isolate, so there are requirements for self-isolation, and holy, that's enough. So basically, see if I can get, there we go. Hey, somebody's probably just dropping off a package. It's probably that care package. Let's see. Oh yes. Cool. Thank you. So, yeah, see ya, thanks. So Roseanne, who co-teaches the online Blackfoot language classes with me, she brought over, looks like some milk and a lot of veg. Very cool. Very cool. So I will come and retrieve that in a moment. But I want to finish showing you what's on the website here. Okay, Paul. All right. Mandatory self-isolation. I know that I have to mandatorily self-isolate for 14 days because I was a traveler. And so what does that include? It says how to self-isolate, right? How to do that. Stay home, avoid close contact with other peoples, don't take public transportation, watch out for symptoms. And then, you know, if you got health concerns, take the COVID-19 self-assessment and call the 811 and, you know, they'll come check you out. So I don't have any of those symptoms or concerns at this time. Therefore, if you are in mandatory self-isolation, don't have any symptoms, and have not tested positive for COVID-19, which I have not, you may go outside for a walk or fresh air, provided you practice social distancing at all times and stay 2 meters away from other people. Avoid public areas where you might touch handrails, handles, or any other public surfaces. And then this third little caveat has nothing to do with me because this is with children. But I can go outside. I can continue to do my walks. That's how I'm reading this. I don't know if anybody else has a different interpretation, but to me it says I can go outside and continue to take my walks and get fresh air and the health benefits from that, as long as I'm not touching things that others are likely to touch, which I don't in the coolies. So there we have it, direct from my provincial government, giving me the most up-to-date information I can get off the Alberta.ca website, and it says I can go for a walk. Hello. What? Oh, these are the paintings. Oh, right on. Yeah. Awesome. Oh yeah, for sure.
Pictures on there, so.
Right on. Hello.
I was afraid that they were actually throwing into the garbage. So.
Oh really?
It's like, that's just a shame.
Aw.
So I don't know who Ed McLean is, but I'm hoping that you.
I'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a phone number on there. Price tags are still on there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Surprise. But
Cool.
yeah, I really enjoyed them. I wish I would have had a space to put them in.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll
So
bring them
make
to
sure
the.
you
I'll
get
bring them to the studio. Thank you. Yeah, you bet. See you. right. So we got a little delivery. Some paintings. We'll check these out. This was a friend on Facebook who is championing my right to walk outside. I don't know what the reality is really at this point yet. The city has received complaints now. The police have received complaints. So I'm just kind of sitting. I'm just going to kind of sit chill and let them decide, you know, what really is the rules. And I'm happy to follow the rules. But, you know, from what it says on the public health website, it seems to be that I am following the rules. I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Ed McLean. I'm gonna have to find out more about Ed McLean. This one's a little bit warped, eh? That's why it was tossed, I don't know. These were being thrown out and they were salvaged. Okay. It's a price tag on this one, $60. Ted McLean, 2008, February, title Forever Dark, acrylic. And fourth one here. And a phone number. I should call Ed. Wonder how I can do that and get it on video too. We'll see. All right, let's try this. I'm gonna give Ed a call at the number on the back of this painting. See if it's even still his number.
The number you have reached is not in service. Please check the number and try your call again.
All right. It's one lead down. Now maybe social media. Well, social media has not been any help finding Ed McLean as yet. I tried just to look him up on Facebook, and you know, although I did find Ed McLean's, I didn't find anyone that looked like he might be a match as an artist. And then I just did a regular old throw it out there to the crowd, which I've done successfully to learn identities of peoples in the past. So does anybody know Ed McLean, an artist? And I haven't had any responses yet. So I don't know if we're gonna track down Ed, if he's still around, or what his story and background is. But if I do, I'll fill you in. Otherwise, that story is where I'm leaving it for the moment. Came in the backyard here and just been cleaning up the yard a bit, you know, picking up all the debris, throwing out trash, putting the toys over here on the deck, you know, in one spot so that they're not just everywhere. And mostly I want to get this gravel area set because Chelsea and I want to put a fire pit in there, you know, far away from the house wall, but in that gravel area. I think there must have been a tree that was growing there before, but it's been excavated, and it makes a good, I think, a good spot to set a fire pit and have barbecues. And I also want to kind of clean up the yard just in general so if I am going to be spending time out here instead of the coulees, which is a possibility, I'll just have a clear yard to get that started with. Maybe we'll be going live from my backyard in the morning. I don't know. And for the time being, the city's telling me that they're probably, just anybody that calls expressing concerns, they're just going to let them know that I'm following the protocols and directives outlined in the Alberta website, which is true as far as I know. Nobody has really shown me otherwise, although lots of people have said, no, that's a misinformation, but that's what's on the actual government website, so I don't know how misinformed it is. I don't know. I don't want to cause a big public stir over this either. It's not my intentions at all. But like in an hour and a half this morning, I ran into maybe 3 people along the trail, and of course we were able to give each other plenty of room. So I really don't know what the issue is, except for I don't know. If the rules are different than what's on the government website, I'm happy to follow them. I just need some evidence of that. Or maybe I don't. I don't know. We'll see. Like I say, I might come live from my backyard in the morning. I might go on a walk. I haven't decided yet. Wouldn't mind if the negative energy went away for a bit. Or if I heard from somebody, some official to tell me you're okay or you're not okay. So I don't know. Anyway. All right, folks. Don't blow a gasket, but we have come out to visit the restaurant Cathedral. I am not touching anything with my hands. Totally hands off. Yeah, COVID-19 is reflected in what's going on at the restaurant as well. Yeah, decided to come for an evening walk. Chelsea needed her walk. She didn't get any walk today. But we're being totally safe, guys. Not touching any of this. Just taking a look here at the area around the University Weir. Well, it's not really the university's weir, but in any case, I can see, I don't think anyway, I can see that back behind it, the water's clear where the intake canal is, and the beaver family, or single beaver, who I've been dealing with through the winter. So you shouldn't have any trouble accessing food now. This is the outtake area of that same canal. And the river itself, this way at least, is looking pretty wide open. Almost expect to see the white pelicans here already, but they're not. Seen a few of the gulls in the air though, as we were walking around down here. No people. Doesn't seem to be anybody's in immediate threat of anything. I find myself one of my black rocks to add at home.